Hey everybody, it's Shadowstar and Crystal here for another review of The Flash. This time, episode 6, Enter Zoom. Before we get into the topic of this episode, because it takes a while to kick in, we start with a really annoying opening sequence. This is something... Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I hate any episode that does this. Any episode that starts with a random scene and decides, we're going to go back in time and show you how we got here. I hate it, it's pointless, it achieves nothing, and so many episodes do it.
I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to get you interested.
I'm watching the episode, I'm already interested. No, I'm not going to just randomly tune into episode 6 of season 2 and be like, gee, I wonder if this episode's good.
Okay. Yeah, but it makes you think like, okay, he's fighting Dr. Light. How did she get out? We had her.
I guess, but it's just stupid. Just let us watch the episode naturally. That being said, we do have Dr. Light. She's still imprisoned, although she escapes pretty easily, and I guess that's it. I'm trying to remember if we ever see her again. Or is she just free for the rest of the show?
Well, I guess she decided she's not going to kill Linda and show Zoom to make Zoom think she's dead. She's just going to run for it. Which is okay, because I think Zoom has given up on her.
Which raises... Okay, she's probably on the run, but it just raises an interesting question. If she never makes it back to Earth 2, I'd like to point something out way later in the future.
Okay.
It's just something to think about. But that being said, speaking of Dr. Light, we still have more of Linda in this episode, and honestly, this is the best episode for Linda. She was just a really good character in this episode.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun having her around. It was fun getting her to learn the Flash's identity and be on the team and all that. And Cisco was able to make gloves that do what Dr. Light's powers do, which raises a question, why has he never used that for anything?
I don't know.
Or more to the point, wouldn't it have been cool if Linda stuck around and became a team member?
Yeah.
That would have been so cool. If Linda came around and she used the gloves and she actually became a team member, that would have been so cool. But I guess after what happened with Zoom, she was too scared to ever go near the Flash again.
Yeah.
But still, that would have been a cool idea they never continue. That being said, I don't know if we ever see Linda again either.
I don't think so.
I don't know either. That's weird. We just never see either of them again, as far as I can remember.
Yeah.
But, oh well. We got some good moments. We had the funny stuff of, she can't act, and Cisco says he wrote dialogue, but she's still shocked when Barry does stuff. So is there a script or not? If there's a script, stick to it. If there's no script, they should have written one.
Yeah, I think Cisco did write out some dialogue, but then Barry said, we're going to skip the part where you say you're going to kill me.
Well,
just fine.
Well, Barry, you're an idiot. Barry's fault. Whatever, they do the fake-out plan, but it doesn't work, but it does work, but I don't know.
I don't know, Zoom shows up kind of late, and he does take Linda, but I guess he knows it's the real Linda, and he knows because he knows Barry will protect her.
Before we get to Zoom, we'll talk about the other point of this episode. We have more stuff about Wells this time.
Oh yeah, they start getting a bit suspicious. They ask Cisco to try to vibe him. We
also get a few flashbacks to him and his daughter Jessie, this time capturing on it, because last time there was a cliffhanger of the fact that Zoom has her. This time we get the story of how it happened, and more scenes on Earth 2. A little side note about Earth 2 is apparently on Earth 2...
Robert was the Hood.
Robert is the Hood, not Oliver. Although that's an interesting tidbit, I'll try and keep that in our minds way later on. It'll be a while before I'll be able to mention something interesting about that. Okay. But it's just a fun little side note to build on Earth 2.
Yep, apparently in that alternate timeline, Oliver died, Robert made it back to home, and decided to become the Hood to fix his mistakes, I guess.
I guess, and maybe he did everything, I don't know, it's fun to imagine. But anyway... Oh, well, we got some good stuff because then, when everything goes crap, Cisco confronts him about it, Cisco vibes him. We got all that stuff because he wants to get Zoom, save Jessie, all that stuff. But, I don't know, obviously it's going to cause a split. But at the same time, while he was keeping secrets, he wasn't necessarily trying to do anything evil.
Yeah.
They mistrust him, but he's got decent reasons. But of course, as the name implies, we've got a big thing that happens in this episode. Unlike last season, which takes a while to kick in with the stuff with the Reverse Flash, this episode wastes no time. This season wastes no time giving us Zoom.
Yeah, I actually thought this moment was coming later on for some reason. I think
Because it's just a huge moment. You think it's going to happen later.
that, and also, because I know, not the next episode, but the one after, I thought Barry's legs took longer to heal, and I'm like, but he can't have his legs messed up.
Okay.
He's got to heal in time for something.
I mean, think about it this way. This episode, could you imagine if this episode was, say, the mid-season finale?
Yeah.
What a mid-season finale cliffhanger it would make.
Yeah.
Whereas the mid-season finale, I don't know, I don't think it does have much of a... We'll get to that when we get to it.
Okay.
But that being said, the moment Zoom does show up, you really see what an amazing villain he is.
Yeah, he's really overpowered. It makes you feel, I don't know if scared is the right word, but like, this guy's going to be hard to beat. He's not messing around.
And it's the one thing we'll get into with, like, just his presence feels intimidating. Like, that's the thing. With most of the other villains, like, say, Reverse Flash, he hates Barry, but he's never evil or never does things to people unless he really needs to. Whereas, you could just imagine being around Zoom, you feel like you'd be walking on eggshells even just as a regular person who's got no connection to him.
Yeah, whereas the Reverse Flash, he has his emotions and he does sort of care about people. Like, for example, I think we mentioned when he gave up his thingy to help Firestorm.
Well, exactly,
which Gideon said would set back his timetable. So he does have some compassion and he doesn't hurt people unless it affects his plans, like when he killed Simon Stagg.
Yeah.
To keep the Flash safe or whatever.
But anyway,
Whereas Zoom, I mean, like, someone, I think it might have been Harry, called him a monster. And that just shows, he doesn't have any compassion or any emotions.
Because of how big and bulky his suit is, as Caitlin or whoever it is says, he can't be human, because, he just doesn't feel, when he's in that suit, he just doesn't feel human. He's so intimidating, he's so emotionless, and such a ruthless, he's just a ruthless, power-hungry psychopath that he isn't human, basically.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into more as we start to develop more about Zoom. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
But we have to give credit to the scene where, it's not a fight. He just takes Barry, and it's a huge scene. It's one of the most noteworthy scenes in the season.
Except that when he drops Barry in Star Labs, I think he assumes he's killed Barry.
No.
And I don't know.
He knows Barry's alive because he likes to. He wants to parade around how broken he is to everyone.
But then after that, he kind of shoves his hand in him or something.
Yeah, but then he taunts Flash. Then he was about to do it right before he got shot by Joe or whoever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Barry should have died.
No, because he didn't. It's not like he shoved his hand in his heart. He shoved it in his spine. His spine is broken, which of course leads to the cliffhanger of now Barry's paralyzed, he can't walk.
Yeah, I just feel like Zoom wasn't as smart as he could have been, because, like, if he really wanted to kill Barry, when he was running around the city, he should have just dumped him in the ocean.
Well, that's the thing. No one said Zoom is smart. We said he's a power-hungry psychopath. It'd be no...
Psychopaths usually are smart, and they think through everything they're doing.
Well, yes and no. You've also got to think, when we learn more about why he does this, you've got to think to yourself, what fun would it be if you just killed him right there?
I don't know.
Exactly the point. It's not like,
he wants to be the only speedster.
Exactly. But for him, it's about power. Power is nothing without an audience, hence why he parades Barry around. If he just kills Barry quickly and out of the way, well then, nothing happens. Who cares?
Could have paraded him around and then dropped him in the ocean. He was
He was. He paraded him around to the police, to the news. He had to parade him around one last time to Star Labs. Maybe he was going to take the body, who knows? But then he got shot just as he was about to deliver the final blow.
Okay, fair point.
We don't know. He wanted to parade it. It would be no fun if he didn't parade him around to his friends first.
Yeah.
So, but still, that scene, the direction, the music, the tone, I don't know what you call it, but like the scene where he's at the police station and the news, it's just incredible.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, this episode's a big episode. That's the thing, you don't notice it. Like, the first half is kind of a fun little...
Yeah, exactly.
It sneaks up on you. Like, you have this fun little stuff with Linda, but the second Zoom stuff shows up, it goes from, like, 0 to 100 in a second.
I'll go as high as 8.
I'll give it a 9.
Okay.
It's one of the better episodes of Season 2. It has a bit of a slow start, but sometimes I kind of like the fact that it sneaks up on you.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, what's the next episode called?
Guerrilla Warfare.
Well, you can take a guess on what that means.
Yeah, we only know one gorilla.
Or do we? Well, we do for now.
Yeah.
With that being said, we will see you next time for more Flash and other things as well.
See you next time, guys.
See you next time.